entertaining and informative.
This is Sid and Friends in the Morning.
77 WABC.
Our friend Deanna Human checks in. She says, I'm Puerto Rican. I'm still voting for Trump. I don't care about this stupid comedian. I think that sentiment is probably true for everybody. I can't imagine one person changing their vote because of some comic at a pep rally a week before the election. And if that person does do that, that person is retarded. Sorry. So thank you, Deanna. All right, we are 6 days away from the big presidential election, but also these big local elections. We got to keep the House, and you're going to be hard-pressed to find a bigger young talent in politics today than my dear friend out of Nassau County, the great Congressman Anthony D'Esposito. 6 days away, Tony D., you and Laura Gillen. What's it looking like right now?
It looks great, but first I have to ask you, does Danielle know that you're this big political donor?
She has. You know, that's the second time in about 2 weeks, Anthony. First, it was, what was the column, Norman Liu, where they, in Israel, some liberal Israeli writer said that the reason why I was able to break the fast with Bibi Netanyahu is because I'm a quote-unquote billionaire and I give the Netanyahu's money. That was in, I swear to God. So that's the second time.
The New York Congressional Delegation was pretty upset a few minutes ago. If you're donating to Mayor Adams and not helping us, we'd be pretty upset. But listen,
so ridiculous.
The race looks great. I mean, the feeling on the street, I literally just finished the Wantaw train station meeting neighbors and voters who are excited to get out there and not only vote for me, but to support President Trump. Our early voting locations, the lines have been, they've been long. People have been waiting online for hours, and the sentiment is there. I mean, listen, in a county where there's over 100,000 more Democrats than Republicans, we are right there, almost even, if not a little bit ahead in the early voting. So things are looking good. People are excited. They want to get out there. They want to support Trump. They want to support Republicans, and they're sick and tired of the disaster that Democrats here in New York and across the country have put us in.
And Trump loves you guys. He's very, very close with Nassau County Executive Bruce Blakeman. We saw that at the Nassau Coliseum. People don't realize this, but Bruce actually came to the Garden on Sunday with President Trump. They're that close. And he loves all you guys, Peter and Cairo and you. But I did think I saw this. You know, when at the Coliseum, Trump was making a big deal about salt. He even said, hey, D'Esposito, salt. But I think I saw where you had a disagreement with Trump, something over taxes and salt. What is the disagreement you've got with the president?
Yeah, so it's more that I wouldn't support a tax package that comes out of the House. I didn't support it in this Congress, and I won't support it next Congress if it doesn't include the restoration of salt. You know, this Congress that we're in right now, New York has been said that we delivered the majority, and it's something that's critically important to us, and we want to restore salt. But I'm not concerned because President Trump is going to win on Tuesday, and he's made it very clear, as you said at the Coliseum and in other publications, that he's heard from us. He's heard the advocates in me and Garbarino and LaLota and Lawler and others, and he's all in. So we're going to have a big victory on Tuesday. We're going to restore the salt, and we are going to move forward in making and putting America first.
It is funny how you're talking about Donald Trump getting a big victory, just to show you folks how unselfish my friend D'Esposito is. He's talking about Trump getting a big win on Tuesday, and he's running. You're running. You've got your own race. I was going to say to worry about, but I got to be honest. I'm not worried about you. I'm not worried about Lawler against Mondaire Jones. Maybe I should be, but I'm not. I think both of you guys are going to win, and that's because both of you guys have been exemplary in your positions since your last victories.
Well, we appreciate it, but we have to keep working hard. Early voting is open. We need to get everybody to the polls tonight. Well, last night we had 1,300 people in a room, Chairman Cairo. firing up the crowd and raising money for the last week here of the election. Tonight we have Speaker Johnson coming into town to rally the troops in Nassau County. On Monday, the Majority Whip Tom Emmer and as well as the Majority Leader Steve Scalise will be in my district. So it is all hands on deck. People realize that this is one of the most important congressional districts in the country. The Democrats have spent well over, I believe, $30 million trying to take me out. And one thing that I've been telling neighbors, last night we were texting back and forth, and I was at the Young Israel of Woodmere for a Meet the Candidates night.
Yeah, you actually texted me. I just walked out of shul. I love that.
Yeah, to which my opponent didn't even show up. But more importantly, I delivered the message that of the $30 million that's been spent against me, what you haven't seen on TV is one commercial about what my opponent plans to do for the American people, any solutions to the problems. It's just been personal attacks. And why is that? Because the Democrats throughout New York State and throughout this country are on the wrong side of every issue. They can't run on the border because they're the ones that created the disaster. They can't run on the economy because they're the ones who have turned our economy upside down. They for criminal justice because, especially like places here in New York, they've implemented cashless bail and criminal justice reform, literally handcuffing cops and giving criminals more rights than law-abiding citizens. So they are on the wrong side of every single issue. And I'm telling you, I've been at train stations every single day. I've spoken to Democrats, Republicans, independents, and people are sick and tired of being sick and tired. It doesn't matter what party they're from. They want to vote Republican. They want to put America first, and they are sick of people like Kathy Hochul and Hakeem Jeffries and certainly Laura Gillen.
Yeah, I've got so many examples of people, some I can't even mention on the air, that have been lifelong Democrats. They're voting for Trump. I mean, you know some of the bigger names, the Heikens, the Savetsky's. There are others, even bigger names that I will not share, that have admitted to me they're voting for Trump. So I believe you're right. Democrats are moving. It is amazing in your district there in Nassau County, $30 million for the Democrats. Mike Lawler up in Rockland County, $40 million to the Democrats. And it ain't going to work. You guys are both going to win. So on the way out, Anthony, we'll do a nice long interview before Election Day on Tuesday. Maybe you'll even call in on Tuesday morning. But for folks who want to help you out today, what's the best way to do it?
Best way to do it is visit D'Esposito4FORcongress.com. The Democrats are certainly outspending us. None of her money is coming from the district. Hakeem Jeffries, that progressive from Brooklyn, wants to be speaker, and we're not going to let it happen. D'Esposito4Congress.com. Let's raise the money. Let's stay on TV. Let's stay on the radio. And Sid, thank you for all you do. I haven't really heard much about your speech at the rally, but you did a great job. And, we're looking forward to a big victory. And honestly, the help that you've given all of the Republican candidates, and not just because we're Republican, because you believe in us and you believe in what we're fighting for, it means the world to us.
No, thank you. Well, the truth is, I love you guys. I'm going to be very, very honest. I love you guys. I was sitting there at the Garden in the back there with Gabe and Danielle, and I saw you sitting there with Cairo, King, and Blakeman. Then, I see you sitting there with Elise Stefanik and all these big stars in the Republican Party. Same thing with Mike and Nicole and all you guys. And you and I are particularly close, you, me, and Mike. But I'm very, very proud of you guys. And you guys are doing a terrific job. You're going to win, and we will celebrate. But we'll talk again before the big day. Congressman Anthony D'Esposito, thank you so much.
Thanks, Sid, and good luck with Pete King.
Thanks. He's coming up, actually, later on this hour.